Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Asking viewer questions, getting suggestions, let's answer them. This one wasn't on the recent list I had. It was on one before. They were asking about hurricanes. I did do one reading on hurricanes, and I forget what state, if it was Florida or Georgia or something like that. And I did see one big hurricane. So far, that hasn't come to pass. Knock on wood, maybe it doesn't come to pass at all. But I'm going to do 3 hurricane readings. I'll do it on the Gulf states. Now, you have to forgive me. I live on the West Coast. We had our first hurricane/tropical depression. It loses a lot of steam really quickly when it hits the cold California ocean water. I'm going to talk about the states that are on the Gulf of Mexico, and then I'll talk about states on, say, the lower Eastern Seaboard, and then the higher Eastern Seaboard. Okay, that's, again, I think it kind of works that way, that the Gulf states tend to get pounded by Gulf of Mexico hurricanes, and then occasionally get hurricanes that are going up along the Eastern Seaboard states. And I'm assuming they lose a little bit of their oomph as they get up to like the New York, New Jersey area. But obviously with Hurricane Sandy, it's not always the case. So, entertainment purposes only. Gulf states, are you going to get any Category 4 or 5 hurricanes before the end of October this year, 2023? Okay, well, you got a hurricane watch on there. You're watching for things. Is it only going to be a hurricane 2? I guess you all have your hurricane parties or something like that. No, but you keep an eye out for that. Queen of Swords. Use your best judgment on things. End of things. Justice card. Ace of Cups. You're going to get a hurricane. I don't know if it's going to be a Category 3 or higher. I'm going to say yes on this one. And I think it's actually going to cause loss of life for people that didn't leave. Maybe it could be one of those ones that you thought it was going to be a Category 2, but it went up to a 3 or a 4. It was unexpected. And the reason why I'm saying yes is that you've got this Ace of Cups. That strong push, that strong water-based push here. But if people use good judgment, they can avoid this situation. You got to exercise good judgment. You got to be prepared for what happens. The government can be there to help you, but this is one of those ones where maybe they told people you had to evacuate out of certain areas, and the people that didn't really put themselves at risk. So Gulf states, I'm going to put that as a yes. You've got at least one big one coming. I've in my little research trying to understand hurricanes a little better, I was looking at what hurricane season was. So it's June 1st through the end of October. And then Google had, why have there been so few hurricanes in 2023? And the speculation was that we have an El Nino happening in the Pacific Ocean, and that tends to tamp down the frequency or the strength of hurricanes in the Atlantic. Although they said the Atlantic wouldn't have felt El Nino until maybe September. I don't know. All I know is that there do not seem to have been a lot of big hurricanes coming in and pounding the Gulf states. Okay, let's look at the lower Eastern Seaboard. States on the East Coast, on the lower half of the East Coast. Are you guys going to get any Category 3 or larger hurricanes? I imagine Category 3 is a pretty good one. I think it's the 4s and 5s that y'all start getting a little bit nervous about. Maybe 3 isn't big enough. Maybe I should say Category 4 or 5. How about that? Okay. I mean, you still have to worry about tree branches coming down and killing people. Walking away, getting away from things, going inland. There's that Justice card again. And the Emperor. And the King of Pentacles. And the government. Wow, you got a lot of... I was talking about the government stepping in. Again, being judicious with your choices on things. And King of Pentacles. Money, wealth. God, I hate doing natural disaster ones. I'm going to say, yeah, I think you're going to get a big one too. There's a lot of cards here underneath it that I would say, there's a lot of government involvement in with this. Emergency disaster area, the government's stepping in, FEMA's coming in here and trying to keep justice. Folks need to get away from the water and go inland a bit. So, and the government's involved in that. So I think that's an even stronger indication than the Gulf states. Now, maybe it's possible that this is one of those hurricanes that, starts off in the Gulf states and cuts across. I don't know how hurricanes work as far as that goes. I think they tend to lose, I know they lose oomph when they go over land, but I believe they can go back over water and regain some strength. I don't know if that's the case with this one. But now I'm thinking with that with the Gulf Coast, maybe it's only a 2 or a 3. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out, or maybe we won't. Oh God. Okay. The reason why I'm nervous about this isn't that it's provable and deniable. Come November, you can look and say, "Oh, David was wrong." Brr. It's how do you translate these cards? You know what I mean? That's the part that I find a little bit how in God's name do I translate hurricanes out of cards? Well, you know what? I did it for earthquakes. I should be able to do it with hurricanes. Entertainment purposes only and all that. Upper Eastern Seaboard. Your New Yorks, your Maines, and states like that. You got some major hurricanes coming your way that you need to worry about. Will Chris Christie be out there hugging Barack Obama, getting some monies? Lovers, no, but you're probably going to be asked to pay for the guys in the Gulf states. Nightmare, King of Swords, Emperor, Ace of Wands. No, you're not going to get hit with anything that I can see. But I see you offering assistance. Offering if like the lower states get hit, there's going to be a lot of assistance that comes from your states to help folks with the nightmare of the cleanup and stuff like that. Again, government getting involved, being judicious, but again, it's about helping people and having the ability to help people on this one. So I think the upper states are fine. The upper states are not going to have to deal with it. You got your wildfires to deal with. You don't need hurricanes on that too. Okay, so those are my thoughts. Gulf states, I think you're going to get a pretty good sized one. Lower Eastern Seaboard, I think you're going to get hit. And Upper Eastern Seaboard, not so much. But you might offer a lot of assistance to your neighbors to the south. Okay, Hurricane Watch 2023. I'm on record. I'm not at all confident with this one. But hey, you know what? I'll put myself out there and see if I'm interpreting the cards correctly on that one. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you found it entertaining and maybe even informative. Get your water, your batteries, your earthquake supplies, your supplies for hurricanes, and good luck for you. Stay safe. Make good choices out there. I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.